Do you need to eat healthily to lose weight on Mounjaro? How to prep food so you're not falling into the trap of convenience processed food. How I'm tracking my nutrition to make sure I'm getting the right things daily. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button, give it a little thumbs up. Genuinely helps kind of grow the channel. My name's Scott. I'm 38 years old, 5'8". At the time of taking my first Mounjaro injection, weighed just over 100 kilos. Sunday meal prep, hence the spoon mic. On a Sunday, I like to spend a couple of hours just getting the proteins and some snacks ready for the week ahead that I can just throw into the freezer, not have to think about, and I don't fall into the trap of getting or eating convenience food. It's all there, good to go. So I'm going to have chicken and salmon for this week. And also some snacks. So I'm going to do some kind of healthy beef wraps that I can also kind of wrap up in cling film, put in the freezer. Don't have to worry about it. So let's get into it. So no meal prep Sunday is right without a cheeky drink while I do it. So little alcohol-free Corona. Nice. First off is getting the beef in the oven for the beef wraps. So I'm using 5% beef mince here to make it moderately healthy. Give it a good mush. And then give it some seasoning. Right. The chicken and salmon I'm going to sous vide. The reason I do that is just it's easier. I can kind of set it and forget it. I'm not going to overcook it. And then once it's in the backpack bag, I can then kind of just pull it out of the freezer, defrost it, throw it in my whatever lunch I'm going to have the next day. So ultimately, you just need to cut up a load of bags. So once all the bags are cut, then it's just to seal them all in the backpacker. Right, so every kind of 15-20 minutes, get your beef out, give it a bit of a mix around, just so some bits don't get overcooked and some not cooked. Get that seasoning in there as well. Perfect. Back in it goes. Right, that is the bags done. Now to get all the meat ready. So I just got, like I said before, chicken and salmon, and I put the chicken and salmon into the backpack bags, get all that packed up, get the sous vide on, and then we'll cook all the protein up. Right, so once the beef is done, I'll leave it out to rest, let it soak up all the juices. Once it's cooled down, start preparing the wraps. Once the sous vide bath is filled with water, machine's turned on. What I'll show you how easy it is to do it through the app on my phone. So ultimately all it is, go into the app, click on the sous vide, go to custom preset at the bottom. On the left hand side, click seafood, and there it is, salmon, start. So then once the sous vide's up to temperature, it'll send me a notification and the machine itself will bleep. Then it's time to get the fish in. Now the sous vide's up to temperature, just going to get the old salmon in there. I've got these little magnets as well, which help kind of keep the bags underwater so they don't float. Which are an absolute game changer. Done. So that'll take 40 minutes. Once that's done, I'll get the chicken in. Right, so while the chicken's now in the sous vide cooking, next step is to get the beef wraps done. So got a load of wraps here. What I want to do is weigh everything out, just so when I put it into a chronometer to track my calories, it's all there ready, which I'll kind of go through a bit later on. So with the meat I've got, I'm looking at 12 wraps at around 104 grams of beef. Get all this in here. Perfect. So get that into the wrap. And then I'm looking at about 25 grams of reduced fat cheese. Right, so cut to a montage of me getting my wrap on. Good morning. It's 7 AM on Monday. So most weekday mornings start the same for me. Get up pretty early, have a coffee, so I've double espresso, and for breakfast, one of these little protein pouches I get from Tesco. So it's like 25 grams of protein. It's a nice, easy protein hit to start the day, especially a couple of days after taking the injection, the start of the week, when it's a bit more difficult to eat in the morning. I think that the protein yogurt drink scenario works out a bit better for me. So I work from kind of 1:30 or midday till 9 PM. So getting everything prepped early in the morning, all my food for the day, and then tracking it on chronometer just helps me know what I need to eat for that day to be within the calories I need to be in, and making sure I'm getting all the nutrition I need. So yeah, I'm not going to kind of video all of me cooking. It'd be phenomenally boring. But I'll show you what I'm making for my lunch and dinner. What my food looks like for the day. So this is what we're working with. After my workout, once I've gone to the gym, and have some of the protein powder. Then my lunch is one of the kind of Huel Complete shakes. Again, early on in the day, when I'm not that hungry, it just helps get all the nutrition I need. And then for my dinner, I've got like mixed vegetables, some edamame beans, the sous vide chicken breast that I made last night, mixed with a load of quinoa, which helps with fibre and a bit more protein, etc. So we get all this chopped up, fry it all up without oil, and this is the end result. So I know it doesn't look like much, but all nutritionally good. I've put it into 2 smaller containers, just going to try and eat it all in one go. It's impossible. So I have 2 smaller meals rather than the one larger one. Whilst doing the editing, I realised that I made a bit of a slip up. So with the meal prep, I didn't actually have the Huel Complete meal replacement. It was the beef wraps that I'd made 10 minutes prior. It was early in the morning, easy mistake to make. So that's all the meal prep done. Next thing now is take the dog out for a walk, ice bath and steam room, and then get myself to work. As I've mentioned in previous videos, I use Chronometer. I know there's lots of other apps, NutriCheck, MyFitnessPal. Reason I use Chronometer is I can link it to my Whoop, my fitness tracker. So I'll quickly go through now, ultimately, what the day looked like from a nutrition perspective. So as you can see, this is Chronometer. It gives you a good kind of breakdown of the different meals throughout the day. So firstly, a rundown of everything that's transported from Whoop. So exercises, what my sleep was like, my current weight. Then breakfast and lunch. So, the coffee, the protein yogurt, and my Huel protein shake after the gym, and the beef wrap I made. Also my dinner. So it's like other fitness apps where you scan the barcode, or it's got a really good library of things already in there, so you can search it if you throw the packet away, whatever it may be. And yeah, give you a good breakdown of everything. At the bottom, it's got snacks. So I have a casein protein shake in the evening, like slow release protein. Again, to make sure I'm hitting those protein goals. And any of the snacks I have as well. So I've got the electrolytes in there, which I had actually in the morning. One of the main benefits of using Chronometer, as well as being able to import data from my Whoop, is ultimately it breaks everything down a bit more granular than other apps I've used. So it'll give you your overall, what you've consumed, what your deficit is, etc. It'll also then break it down into the targets, what you set as targets in the app. Also the highlighted nutrients, so give you a good breakdown of what nutrition you're having. And then your nutrition scores. So an all target, and it's all broken down in different parts. Not only that, you can go into the summary, which will give you view daily report, and then it breaks things down like really granularly. So it gives you all the different things that your body needs on a day-to-day basis, how much of them you're having, and then each day you can work out, look, if there are things that you're slightly lacking on. So this is why I kind of use Chronometer. I think it's fantastic.